Bonjour à tous, c'est Lamé, j'espère que vous allez bien. Nous en sommes déjà à l'épisode 6 de Vampyr. Là, pense que je vais partir à découvrir des docks et essayer d'aller soigner des zones de Nani, comme ça il sera soigné et la maladie aura pas le temps de se propager chez quelqu'un d'autre. Donc là, on va parler déjà à Clécox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Votre vie à Londres. Ouais.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. As long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Il est dans un état, lui. Il y a du sang de partout.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
Je la trouve horrible, moi. Et il aime bien Dorothy Crane, lui. Il a drôle de goût, le mec.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you.
C'est ça, quoi.
You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want?
C'est un malfrat, lui.
Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Je sais pas quoi dire. Ouais.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Alors, retour. Maintenant, j'ai peur de ce que je réponds à chaque personne, vu que je m'étais gouré. Voilà.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
Tous payer le prix de nos
We can't
actions.
escape the
Karma.
consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Donc il me reste plus que 2 indices à trouver. Dis Lulu, tu veux bien arrêter? Il y a mon chat qui fait n'importe quoi, elle m'énerve. Du coup, bilan de santé c'est sur F. Et ben, je vais le soigner.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
D'accord. On le soigne et il pense que c'est fait. Oui, il a raison. C'est par intérêt que je le fais.
I'll leave you for now,
Mais si j'étais médecin comme lui, je pense que je le ferais plus parce qu'il faut soigner les gens. Puis voilà. Bon. Allons au doc. Voyons voir. J'avais dit que ce serait plus ou moins tranquille. On va voir si c'est le cas. Ah, là il va à quoi, un refuge, non?
It's locked, all right.
Ça fait dit que j'étais tranquille. Il y a déjà des... Hop. Parfois la souris fait trop de trucs. Là il n'y a rien. Bon bah là, de toute façon toujours les mêmes affiches. Ah, du sang. Désolé petit rat. Je suis triste de faire ça, mais... Il est où le petit rat? J'ai pas le choix. Si j'ai pas assez de sang. Je pense que j'augmenterai mon endurance parce que je la gère pas bien du tout. Allez. Je fais ça devant un garde, il n'y a pas de souci. Du coup, dead inside. Je vis comme une bourrine ou... On va essayer d'aller en assommer un pour essayer de prendre un peu de sang. On va y aller doucement. Ah, les rats ils reviennent régulièrement en fait. Vous avez longtemps vous parler comme ça? Je pense que tu fais une ronde, non? Allez, demi-tour, c'est bien. Brave gars, et c'est là que l'autre se retourne. Ce qui est possible. Hop, assommer. Hop, voilà pourquoi je gère mal mon truc. Mais j'ai fait un beau combat. Proud. Mais tu vas arrêter de miauler, oui. J'ai mon chat qui me tient compagnie. Du coup, il y a des gardes de prix... Prix win, je sais plus trop comment ça se dit. Faudrait que je fasse un peu attention dans les dialogues parce que je m'en veux de mal le dire. Oh là là. Y'a pas mal que je passe par autre part. Si. Je vais chercher. Il y a quoi? On ne s'approche pas trop, ça va. Faut que je trouve un endroit où aller. Propaganate, potassium. Bah déjà on peut passer par là. Alors, voyons voir. Il y a un scale, c'est super. Ils sont quand même vachement coriaces ces machins. Bon bah... Il est où? Il est occupé. Est-ce qu'il va me voir? Ce serait bien que je l'assomme. Ça, je reprends du sang. Eh ben, c'est raté. Putain, ils sont résistants. Bon, là... Je suis pas douée. Bon, ben je suis définitivement pas douée. Il va falloir vraiment que je lui augmente ses compétences et très vite parce que... et que je réfléchisse bien. Parce que là, c'est un peu du grand n'importe quoi. J'aime pas quand je fais du grand n'importe quoi. Oh, un grand et beau couteau avec un nom gravé sur la lame.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
D'accord, on a retrouvé un truc à clé. Est-ce qu'il y a moyen de passer par le canal en faisant un petit épée? Si oui, ce serait cool. Mais oui. Voilà. Non? Ah, il y a des sous. On entend le bruit d'escale au loin. Non, mais Londres en est bondé, quoi. J'arrive où exactement? Du coup, je me méfie, j'ai l'impression qu'il y a des trucs de partout. Du coup... Hop. C'est pas très loin. J'essaye. J'aime pas le bruit que ça fait, hein. Oh! Courage, fuyons. Désolé, hein, mais là, je peux pas. Donc, on va remettre ça plus tard aussi. Niveau 16, je suis niveau 8. C'est des mini-boss, les machins. Oh, mais oh. Là, il y a plein de trucs à trouver. Lettre de candidature. Bah, je vous laisse mettre sur pause encore une fois pour le lire. Voilà. J'ai un indice sur Beauf d'XB que je ne connais pas encore. Bon, j'ai trouvé des trucs ici. Ah bah tiens, je tombe sur lui. On dirait un parrain de la mafia, le mec. Je peux pas lui parler? Puis quand je peux pas lui parler? Ah bah voilà.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Bah, à propos de ce
What
quartier.
can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Ooh, sweet queen of the ducks. Il est
Are
amoureux,
you
le
some
mec.
kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Bah
Well,
ouais.
yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Clécox dit que c'est lui le chef, puis lui il dit que c'est le chef.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But nah, you've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Faudra, je t'aurais mangé tout cru de toute façon. Le mec il risque plus de me faire grand chose. Hein. C'est bon.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Ouais, il est vraiment amoureux d'elle. Hein. Bon, de toute façon, lui il est en bonne santé, donc c'est
Goodbye,
cool.
Mr. Digby.
Ok. Nous on vient de là. Là-bas c'est par où? De toute façon on va parler d'abord à... Je pense que c'est Edwina Cox du coup. Bah oui.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Je ne m'attendais pas à ce qu'elle ressemble à ça. La femme de Clé. On dirait Bonnie. Alors votre fille allons... Mais tu veux bien arrêter le chat là? On ne voit que toi.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
On va voir pour du quartier.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Ouais, genre, si j'étais immortel, je pourrais mourir de la grippe espagnole, quoi. Nouvelle enquête, du coup. Ok. Question personnelle.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
J'ai rien dit.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Ouh. Ouais, vraiment. Une méchante fille. À propos de l'homme que vous avez
Tell me
tué.
about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
Pousse du
What
passé.
happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear.
Je pense que
You
oui.
kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Je pense qu'on a découvert tout ce qu'il fallait. Voyons ce qu'elle
Can
vend
I see
déjà.
what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Bon, on commence à avoir un petit peu de sociaux. Voilà, surtout des trucs pour améliorer les armes. Par contre, des balles, ça pourrait être intéressant. Parce que je pense que les armes à feu contre les chasseurs de vampires, ça peut être pas mal. Ok, et hop. Et voyons voir ce que moi je peux vendre. Bon, déjà tout ça je vais garder en attendant. Non, ça je vais garder parce que il y a des composants sympas dedans. J'espère que je regretterai pas, mais je pense que ça se trouve assez facilement, les montres. Du coup, je vais par où? C'est par où? C'est par là. Ah oui, et petit truc aussi. On peut déjà découvrir, mais bon, autant le prendre maintenant. C'est des pages arrachées du journal intime. Et ça concerne Sabrina Cavendish. Alors, je vous laisse mettre sur pause pour le lire. En fait, il s'avère que, elle en a marre d'être considérée comme, l'étrangère de base, quoi. Et qu'en plus, elle a des sentiments pour Tom Watts, son patron. Voilà, je trouve ça trop mignon. Hop, voilà. Donc, nouvel indice sur Sabrina. Sabrina. Alors, tu vas servir à quelque chose, toi, ce coup-ci? Bon, ça se fait que des fois, je peux leur parler, des fois pas. Voilà.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me?
Whatever.
We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Jason Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Il fait trop de la peine, en fait, ce monsieur. Il doit pas être bien dans sa peau pour boire tout le temps comme ça.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I
Sure.
drink at night.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Paraître en ligne sera plus facile. Voilà. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il aime dans le
Is there
quartier?
anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Bah oui, très bien,
All
allez-y.
right,
J'ai le temps.
go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
Son personnel, du coup.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Parlez-moi de votre jeunesse anarchiste.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Ok, je crois que c'est bon. Rien d'autre sur lui. Hein. Il me reste encore plein d'indices à déverrouiller. Donc finalement, ici il est utile. On va le soigner.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Je suis en train de me faire bouffer par les moustiques pendant que lui se fait soigner. Alors, donner
Take
des
this,
médicaments.
then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Voilà, c'est bon. Il est en récupération. Je pense que c'est tout. Voilà. Ouais, au revoir.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Il est bien fait ce bar. Turquoise Tortel. Par contre, il est mastoc. J'aurais bien fait ça dans les Sims, mais. On va en reparler à Tom et compagnie. Voilà.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Il a l'air d'être un gars bien, mais bon, faut jamais se fier aux apparences dans ce jeu pour les gens. À propos de
What
ce
can you
quartier.
tell me about this part of town?
That's not that bad. thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Well, something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Je ferai pas ça tout de suite, hein. Je vous le dis direct. C'est bon ça. Oui, ok. Oh, Sabrina semble vraiment bien vous aimer.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really
Oh,
do.
c'est trop mignon.
I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
C'est trop chou. Il l'aime bien aussi. C'est trop mignon.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
But with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
On va parler à
Evening,
Sabrina.
miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
À propos des ducks.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Moi je n'ai pas peur, mais si je lui réponds.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
What can you tell me about?
People don't.
You look concerned.
This is a bad.
So you and
Tom's the.
Au propos du
this
pub.
place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Ah, tu aimes bien apparemment, du coup. D'où venez-vous?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Bah non, rien du tout.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Bon, ça fait quand même quelques personnes. C'est bien. Alors, vos sentiments.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Allez, est-ce que Tom vous aime?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
C'est pas cool. Non, même les mecs qui se moquent d'eux.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
You know, it would be nice to see each other outside the pub sometime.
This situation won't last forever. After, we'll have plenty of time to plan the future.
Good thing we haven't seen Seymour for a while. Even Dyson has stopped coming in every night.
Bon, mais ils vont se mettre ensemble du coup.
Right, peaceful, don't you think?
C'est trop mignon. Bon, je vais quand même voir s'il n'y a pas des trucs à trouver par ici. Ça c'est Dyson Delany. Ils vont profiter de leur soirée du coup. Je suppose qu'il n'y aura rien là où j'étais déjà passé. Il n'y a pas des documents à trouver. Non. Je vais passer par où du coup? Par là. Même si je pense que dans le bureau j'ai rencontré Edgar, il n'y a plus rien. Non, il n'y a plus rien. Ah, si. Toujours revenir sur ses pas. Bon. Bon, on en est où des docks? Où est-ce que je peux aller? Par là? Bah là ça rappelle quelque chose, n'est-ce pas? Là, on a découvert le cadavre, mais il n'y a rien. On voit quand même un certain... Ouh, on peut passer dans les docks ouest. Il y a dock nord, dock ouest et dock. Ok. En fait, il y a des sous-quartiers. En fait, à chaque quartier. Ouais. On va voir un petit truc. Ah, des sous. Bah, je peux pas y aller. Là, il n'y a rien. Cabane de Rufus Kingsbury. Je sais même pas qui c'est. Pour être honnête. Ah mais non, c'est là que j'avais découvert le cadavre, je crois. Je sais plus. Non, ça c'est là où j'étais arrivée. Bon. Où c'est que ça? Il y a quelqu'un là-dedans? C'est un pont, donc ouais, ça sert à rien que j'aille par là. C'est qui là-bas? Ah, j'avais bien vu quelqu'un. Voilà.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Donc on est par la Seymour.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No? Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
D'accord.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Ok. C'est fait. Je suis un petit peu paumé des fois sur les... Bon bah j'ai rien d'autre.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Je suis quand même curieuse de savoir où sont les quêtes secondaires de cet endroit-là. Par exemple celle-ci. Non mais il n'y a pas de détails comme ça, les détails dans la map. Bah j'ai pas... Ah d'accord, faut passer carrément tout ça. On peut même retourner par ici. D'accord, si j'y retourne, je vais tomber sur des chasseurs de vampires. J'ai pas envie. Pénurie de produits locaux. Oh bah là c'est juste là en fait. C'est tout près. Et celui-ci, je veux savoir où c'est aussi. Ah, c'est plus par là-bas. Faut localiser le site. Et celui-ci. Ah, bah, je suis dans la zone où c'est. Autant le faire. Hein. Je sais pas où ça pourrait être. Qui qu'il a mis ça? Je pourrais aller vers où ça? Où c'est? J'ai toujours tellement peur de tomber sur des saletés que j'ose pas y aller. À un moment donné, il va falloir que j'arrête d'être aussi peu courageuse. Là, il y a des trucs. Ah, il y a un endroit. J'espère que je vais pas. Oh.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Oh.
It's locked.
Bonsoir Stella.
From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
J'aime bien la réflexion qu'il a, Jonathan, quand même. Oh là 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 là. Non mais il en tue des gens, lui. Enfin, on a trouvé le collier assez vite. Mais je vais pas rendre la quête tout de suite. que je peux lui parler.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah, yeah.
Je suppose qu'il n'y a pas de trucs à savoir. Bah, je vais retrouver.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
Je vais essayer de
As a
comprendre.
man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Voilà, des questions personnelles. On va parler moi des victimes.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
All right. Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Ah, je n'avais pas vu qu'on peut avoir des détails sur le niveau de charme. Il faut avoir 3 en charisme. Et je sais pas comment ça augmente. C'est peut-être en faisant l'aventure ou en mordant des gens, je sais pas.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
D'accord.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Donc sa mère est au courant.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Oh là là, du calme mon gars.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
C'est triste. En fait, lui, il est malade. Ah bah il a un rhume. Bah, j'ai de la chance, j'ai déjà des trucs pour le rhume. Du coup, on va le soigner.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients.
Bah ouais.
Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
La référence au fait qu'on est dans un jeu là. C'est à peu près ça, oui.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
C'est le seul dans le coin. Donc on va mettre là, on a fait ça. Bon bah désolé petit rat qui traîne, mais t'es où? Où tu es? Je préférerais être à fond. Il y en avait qu'un petit rat. Bon. Un petit peu compliqué de trouver... T'as pas autre chose à faire, mon gars? Ouais, oula, c'est une ruelle sombre en fait là. Y a rien d'autre. Oh, j'ai fait tout le tour, non? Je sais plus. C'est un petit peu paumé. Faut le temps que je m'y retrouve. Peut-être pas encore aller dans cette rue là, je pense. Ah.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Ben oui, je suis désolée. Je suis un vampire, je peux pas venir à un autre moment. Ben, j'ai pas le niveau de charme requis, donc je ne peux pas rentrer.
I'll leave you then. Good night.
Ça m'embête. Donc c'est la maman du gars qui tue les gens, ça. Ah, eh ben, il y a quelqu'un là. Voilà. Je vais te chercher au bon endroit.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Ah, super.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Voilà, faut pas poser des questions.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
Ah, faudrait faire
You should be
attention.
careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Mignon. J'ai un nouvel indice, mais ouais, je peux pas lui parler, du coup.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Ah non, 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 mais je crois que je peux le soigner du coup. Il est malade le garçon. Voilà. Parce que je l'avais vu, bien là.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr.
Donc, bilan de
Do you need
santé.
help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Ah, faudrait pas qu'il se fasse tuer, le pauvre chouchou. Il y a des endroits où on peut de toute façon pas aller pour le moment. Bon. On va certainement pas faire de quête maintenant. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est retourner sur nos pas et retourner à l'hôpital. Bon, mais nous revoilà à l'hôpital. Du coup, on va parler vite fait à Edgar et puis je pense qu'on arrêtera là le let's play.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not?
Il me fait rire ce
In the
perso.
last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Il est rigolo ce monsieur. Je l'aime bien lui déjà. Alors vos paroles sont réconfortantes, ce n'est pas un cadeau. Bon, je suis l'incarnation d'un paradis.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Bon, mais je crois qu'on va stopper là cette partie-là du let's play et qu'on va continuer la quête principale dans le prochain épisode. En attendant, prenez soin de vous et je vais vous faire plein de bisous. À toutes.